Hello, Sarah Divinely You here for astrology and energies for the week of January 23rd through the 30th. Happy all planets direct, happy Aquarius season, Uranus direct, trine Mercury. Oh my gosh. So, I don't know if you guys are feeling this energy, but I sure have today. um, so Uranus aspecting Mercury, communications, weird, miscommunications, things like that will probably be occurring if they haven't all occurred for you already. I know I've had mine today. The moon is in Pisces and it will ingress all the way to its exaltation in Taurus by the weekend. So we're gonna see like a lot of, we're kind of coming out of the fog from the retrogrades, and we're gonna see like a lot of surprises and like I said, miscommunications and all kinds of these planets are going to be direct, and it'll take them all a minute to get going at full pace, but that they're all direct and they're all in forward momentum. So now is the time, like whatever your resolutions or even your new moon intentions, kind of start dipping your toes in and start working on those projects that you maybe put on the back burner or didn't have the capacity for during all of this retrograde energy. Now is like the time, the opportunity to step into those projects, start making the improvements on those projects, and all that. My face is very itchy all of a sudden. I'm sorry. So I felt like, because we're going to be seeing more reveals, more information, whether this is in your personal life or in like the public sphere, we're going to start seeing more things being revealed. And I thought that I felt into that and felt like forgiveness would be a good topic for this week, as in forgiving yourself, forgiving others, forgiving authority figures. I'm definitely not saying don't hold people accountable and don't hold yourself accountable, but there is a level of forgiveness, because when we hold on to grudges or we hold on to, not forgiving, you can forgive and not forget. I've forgiven a lot of people in my life that I will not forget what they did. But what happens is when we hold that in our body, it tends to, there could be a lot of lower frequency emotions, right? Emotions are measured on a Hertz, Hertz scale. You can actually look that, do an internet search for the emotions frequency scale. And all of the lower vibrational emotions are like guilt, shame, anger, those sorts of things. And I am somebody who really believes that to experience light emotions or higher frequency emotions like joy, contentment, love, enlightenment, you must experience lower frequency emotions, right? You can't have happiness without sadness. You can't have anticipation without anxiety. You can't have joy without being angry. So we have to experience both ends of the spectrum. However, there is a level of like diving too deep into the darker emotions, the guilt and the shame, and kind of getting into that sort of self-depleting or self-critical role of shame on me, or I feel guilty because I did this, or whatever. As more things are revealed in the next couple of months, as these planets are, we've got this forward momentum, and Uranus and Pluto, where they are, they're going to start revealing more and more and more. And so we get into this like sort of self depleting mindset, and that's where self-forgiveness can really come in. It's like when we learn something and change a belief system, we get into this, I can't believe that I fell for that, right? I keep thinking like abusive relationships. This whole thing feels like an abusive relationship to me. But when we come out of an abusive relationship, we come out of the fog, or the rose-colored goggles come off, and we see the reality of the relationship, and we get into this, damn, I'm in such an, we start speaking of ourselves in a negative way, or shame on me, or, this and that. And, it's okay to have that space, but there's also a level of forgive yourself. It's okay. You were in a position of fear, you were in a position of not being clear on your choices. Typically, most people who've been in bad relationships can look back and be like, oh yeah, I was kind of at a low moment in life, that's how I fell for that crap, or whatever, right? So it's a matter of forgiving yourself and acknowledging that you're okay, you're an intelligent person, but you were in a low moment, and that's what got you reeled into whatever that was. And now that you're getting that revealed to you, there's, forgiving yourself for, okay, I had a moment, it's okay, I made a mistake, I made a wrong choice, whatever it was, and you still have an opportunity to create it and make it go a whole different way, right? I often tell people, like, if God still got you here, God's still got a plan for you. And so I definitely, for sure that now, right, if we're all still here, then we're meant to be a part of this transformation on our planet, what we're experiencing as humanity. We're meant to be here. We're meant to be a part of it. And so there's definitely just a level of being okay with yourself, forgiving yourself, and ultimately forgiving the authority figures, forgiving the other people. It will take time. There's definitely a time factor, but there's also consciously and actively working through the process on your own. And as these planets move forward, we have a lot of trines this week, which is good. Trines are a lot easier to work through than squares. And I believe we have, like I said, Mercury's trining Uranus. And I thought there was another trine this week, and it might be the moon trining the south node. Pisces to Scorpio, yeah, that would be right. So there's definitely a lot of like final, more releasing, emotions with water signs. There's also, I just had something in my brain I was gonna say, and I don't know what it was. Oh, Venus will move from Aquarius into Pisces, so we will definitely be getting a lot more watery energy around relationships, around our values, around our financial situations, as Venus is the ruler of Taurus, and Taurus is currently where the North Node and Uranus are. So there will definitely be some more emotion around that. So it's definitely more being attentive of your mental state, being attentive of your emotional state, but also, focusing on your projects, your goals for the year, your relationships, focusing on your circle. I've been really feeling that a lot, that like knowing who your people are and knowing who's really going to support you through whatever happens in 2023, because this is about to be planets are direct. That's always a forward momentum, and things will happen kind of much faster and like at the drop of a hat, snap of the fingers type of situation. So I have this is a Star Trek Next Generation tarot deck. I'm a little excited. So I actually pulled out just the major arcana and the face cards in the suits. I thought it would be fun to pull from this deck, and then I also have an essential oils deck that I will pull from as well. So let's see. Get my magnifier where I need it to be. This is the Queen of Cloaks in reverse. The Queen of Cloaks. The cloaks are obviously the Romulans, and the cloaks are wands. So this is fire energy. So the Queen of Cloaks in reverse. And this is Romulans, so it's kind of mysterious and in disguise. I'm trying to think the archetypes for the Queen of Wands, and it's not coming to me. but Queen of Fire, right? So we can actually go with that sort of theme. In reverse sort of means like being aware and or being maybe abuse of power, or too cocky, or taking advantage. Could be those things. Taking advantage of others, not taking others into consideration. And then we got the Emperor in reverse. I just drew this for the new moon. The Emperor in reverse, which is William Riker, in reverse. And again, this is that hot-headed selfishness, self-centeredness, and like I said, this is very much in alignment with being more self-centered, being clear that if a relationship or partnership or a business deal is no longer serving, being selfish enough to stand up for yourself, stand up and stand in your own uniqueness, stand in your own alignment. Aquarius loves individuality, it loves uniqueness, and it loves for you to be in your uniqueness and bring that back to the community or the collective at which you are a part of, right? So maybe you are the outcast astrologer in a small Christian town. Right? Like, but I bring that to this town. I bring that edginess, that that different spiritual aspect to this town, right? That they don't have around here. And so I get to bring that to this town, and I bring that to the food pantry that I volunteer at. I bring that to the events that I attend, and whatnot. And so then we have, this is the King of Latinum, and this is Bach. So the King of Pentacles, which is the Ferengi. Latinum is the monetary the money system for the Ferengi. They were vicious little dudes, right? The Ferengi, always trying to scheme a deal. But this is an upright king, so I feel like that's kind of like honoring the earth, and honoring the earth, honoring the ground, honoring the earth at which we are a part of, honoring your values, honoring who you are. Again, back to that Emperor in reverse, being a little bit like self-centered and acknowledging that you are a unique individual. Aquarius loves that. And then let me pull a couple of oil cards. So I got this essential oils deck. Let me get this shuffled a little bit and see what it has to offer us as far as essential oils. But yeah, Aquarius loves uniqueness. It loves you to be your individual amazing self, and then bring that back to the community, and share your gifts, share your talents, and whatever that is. And as I said in a couple of other videos this year already, we're gonna really need to be connected to our earth, to our physical body, and those trade skills like gardening or planting or cooking, or even like mechanics and electricians and handymen and things like that are going to be really important to have those services, or have those skills available. And then from the aromatherapy, we got this is Cassia, Cassia, Cassia oil. Provides courage and strength. And full transparency, I recorded this video earlier and drew birch, which also provides the same thing, courage and strength. So having cassia or birch oils, you can, just even smelling them, you can always put them on your feet. I sometimes put oils on my forearms, because then I get that aroma from them. You can also diffuse them if you've got an oil diffuser. And let's pull one more from that deck just to see, because I've been pulling a lot of courage and strength, and we're building up to this Leo new moon, which will be next week. And Leo is all about being courageous and being strong, and Aquarius and Leo are oppose each other in the zodiac. So it's really going to be kind of one of the, this is a really good opportunity to be in your courage, be in your strong be in your strength of character, and all that. Sandalwood unifies body, mind, and spirit. Yeah, definitely. This is perfect. Because we really do want to be connecting our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies together uniquely. And so yeah. So that's my fun new decks that I got, was the Star Trek Next Generation Tarot and the Essential Oils Oracle cards. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you, and I will see you on the next weekly Astrology and Energy. Thank you.